heatwave in the United Kingdom, everywhere in Europe basically when you look on the news. But in UK we had runways that were melting, yes. Next topic would be Heathrow. The refueling guys from Aviation Fuel Service are on strike. The strike begins tomorrow. Then we have Frankfurt Airport. Yeah, the busiest weekend is coming. What are they doing against it? How can you survive Frankfurt Airport? Another topic which is more in the sense of fun and I think it's kind of interesting to see. Pilots walk off plane and the passengers getting just left somewhere because he had a fight with his co-pilot before takeoff. Then we do have the UN's aviation section ICAO. They are condemning Belarus over the fake Ryanair bomb threat in a new report. That is unbelievable what happened there, and they are now saying that was not right. Deal zone, we have today two deals today. One deal is with airBaltic, save 15 euros if you are buying a classic ticket. And the next topic is Lufthansa to Australia. Yes, and the prices are starting, let me check, the prices are starting 2,900. Yeah. My name is Lars. I'm here to bring you more miles, more points, and more status. Like always, I ask you to subscribe to the channel, leave us a like, hit the notification button, and of course, subscribe and comment, and you know what to do. Thank you for doing so. The first topic, United Kingdom. Runways are melting. The high temperatures in the United Kingdom made runways melt. Runways melt approximately when it's asphalt, approximately with 50 degrees. And that is what happened. Asphalt is a kind of a very strong surface as long as it's not melting or getting liquid. And you see it when you are driving on highways that you have this wave thingies from the trucks, and this happens mostly when it's warm and too hot for the runway or the highway. And these waves can be very dangerous because when the aircraft is landing and it gets these waves, it can jump, it can swear to the left, right, and one thing which is really, really dangerous for the brakes. Because when the asphalt is liquid, there can some residue come up and go onto the brakes and interfere with the braking ability. So no braking action. That was something we don't want. Two other airports were, of course, affected by this as well. One was near Oxford, that is the airport Bryce Norton, and the other one was Cranwell, if I'm not mistaken. What should we tell as well? Luton, the airport was closed for 1 hour to check on it. But now when you say, why don't they use concrete? Same problem in 2018 because of the heat. What happened was that the concrete blocks just lifted. And when you see the asphalt is always mixed for the temperature. In Dubai or in Abu Dhabi, where I lived a long time, there the asphalt has to have a higher temperature where it's staying hard or hot. We used to have concrete there as well, but because of this bump thingy, it is not as nice to drive over like over asphalt. In Scandinavia, for example, the asphalt has to be prepared that it's getting to the cold temperatures. And one thing which is very important to know as well, depending on the temperature, you cannot work with concrete or with asphalt. If it's too warm or too cold, it doesn't work when you want to bring it out. But anyways, that is what it is, just to let you know why in Luton the traffic was stopped. One reason why the traffic can be stopped on Thursday, 5 a.m. July 21st until 4:59 a.m. Sunday, July 24th, is that the people are getting a chaos at London's airport. The staff of AFS, Aviation Fuel Service, it's a company I never had in my mind. I thought it was always Shell or something, have rejected the pay offer that would have seen their wages decrease in the past 3 years period of course, when considering inflation. Aviation Fuel Service handles 70 airlines and more. Emirates Airlines, Delta, American, Singapore Airlines, Lufthansa maybe as well. So when you're flying into London and you have the problem with refueling, you know what happened. We had the same problem in Johannesburg where the pipeline was not working. So you have to do tankering. Tankering means that you fly into an airport and you take more fuel, and in this case fuel that you can return with you. Of course, environmentally not the best idea because you are more heavy and have more headache. When you're flying from Frankfurt to London and you make the return flight full as well, of course, it's not a biggie, but it is a problem. For Emirates, for example, when they're coming with the 380, that can be a problem because they cannot refuel the complete way back. Because when they are flying into London, they can have fuel in it for 3, 4, 5 hours more, approximately. And then they have to land somewhere in between and have to do refueling. The same happened, like I said, in Johannesburg. Lufthansa, when they flew from Johannesburg, they had refueling, I think, in Windhoek. And the other one, I don't remember, but it was somewhere in Africa. They refueled and then flew on. And refueling cost you time-wise always 1 to 2 hours. And of course, refueling with passengers on board is always a nightmare. You have to have fire department next to you to be allowed to do it. Some national or airline codes restrict this, but that is the normal procedure that when you are in the aircraft while they are refueling, open your seat belt. The flight attendants have to be on fire positions just in the unlikely event. And of course, during refueling, there has to be a fire truck next that they can directly fight it. The airport in Frankfurt is fighting 200,000 passengers to be correct. Yes, that is what they say. It's coming the busiest weekend of the year. And they say that this will be the most busiest weekend since COVID in 2020 came. The weekend from the 22nd to the 24th of July is bringing them 200,000 passengers. The last high was 180,000 this year. And the all-time high was 241,000 and 228. Yes, they counted each passenger, gave them the hand and said, yes, welcome. And daily they have 1,200 aircrafts taking off and 285 destinations flying to. Great numbers. Well, what are the biggest problems? Of course, at the ground handling, that is the biggest problem, that they have not enough people to get handling the suitcases. The reasons are, of course, that in the COVID times they have fired people. I don't want to go through all the shishi. Germany has now a special agreement with the Turkey government. I know I have to say Turkey. Yeah, I have to say Turkey. Turkish is, or Turkey? I don't know. I'm old school. I say Turkey. Anyways, Turkey has an agreement, or Germany wants to make an agreement with Turkey that they send 2,000 people from Turkey to Germany to help out. And I saw a TV show where they had, the requirement was that they most likely have to learn German very fast. It's a 3 months limited contract. They have to go back. Otherwise, they have to apply with a job by language knowledge. And they have to be working at the airport. I don't know if they had to be working on the airport just in general as a check-in agent or whatever, or if it just had to be as a luggage guy as well. So maybe we will see that as well. That should be going very fast and very soon, but these people are not coming so fast. And they have 30 lanes for security checks, and this is now on the highest level where they can work. So we hope that this is good. Of course, can it get worse? Yes, it can get worse. Like I said, the runway can melt. They have concrete in the front. So if there's a heat and there's other things, of course, the workers are needing more time to rest. They need more liquid. And God forbid that something happens with the concrete or the asphalt runways. So we hope that it's not getting more drama than it is. Drama was in the cockpit of a flight of Alaska Airlines. An Alaska Airlines flight from Washington, D.C. to San Francisco was on Monday delayed. Yes, the flight AS1084 left people with the mouth open, yes, speechless. The captain took the intercom to inform them that he was going to return to the gate because she wasn't getting along with the co-pilot. I did read it now, but the first time that I saw that it was a woman, but it doesn't matter. The passengers said that the flight had been delayed through thunderstorms in Washington area and were left more than 2 hours while Alaska tried to find a new pilot to operate the flight. The Airbus A320, which normally departs in Dallas at 4:10 p.m. and should arrive at 7:30 p.m. in San Francisco, that was finished, not happened. That is the first for me that the flight was delayed and that somebody was going, and they have even pictures where they say, and there goes your pro pilot off into the sunset on Twitter. You can check it out. What should I say? Interesting. We will see how that works out. Another situation which brought the cockpit into a sweating mode was that the United Nations condemned now was that the Ryanair flight had a fake bomb threat. The fake bomb threat was following that the specialist agency of the United Nations has now finished its investigation on May 23rd, 2021, Ryanair flight FR 4978 scheduled to fly from Athens to Vilnius in Lithuania. When they were over in Belarus, the Belarusian air traffic control informed them that they have a bomb on board. The pilot wanted to carry on the flight to Lithuania, but the Belarusian air traffic controllers convinced the crew to land in Minsk. And this Boeing 737, they were fighter jets as well, which is a normal procedure. But when the procedure was not normal again was when Raman Prasatovic, who was on the flight, he's an activist against the government, was detained. Yes, and he is a wanted terrorist because he's against the government. Now the ICAO has officially pointed the finger to Belarus and sent in governments of the agency, 193 countries, that is a lot, that this is something which they are not accepting. Of course, the Chicago Convention during upcoming session at the agency was mentioned that they didn't upheld it, but unsurprisingly, there was a strong objection from the Russians who are part of it as well, and it was an unlawful interference. What is your opinion about that? What do you think? And a lot of people say, hey, when there's a bomb threat, I think that the cockpit is not negotiating or discussing with you. I don't know. The captain wanted to land in Lithuania anyway. No, Latvia was it. Anyways, and in Riga. So difficult decision. But when they picked out the person, it showed that this was a fake threat, and the controller who was in charge in the tower of the flight did say something like that as well, that this was not real. Like always, I want to end the show with good news. Good news are for us always where we can save, where we have a deal zone. And the deal zone alert today is coming from airBaltic. Until July 25th, you can book the flexible classic tickets and save 15 euros per one-way ticket. Means when you make a round trip, it is 30 euros. You can use the discount for flights to any airBaltic destinations booked between the 20th of July to the 25th of July. Travel has to be from 1st of August up to the 30th of June in 2023. Now you ask, hey, what is the benefit of the classic ticket? The classic ticket gives you checked baggage, seat selection, airport check-in, flight date change, as well greater flexibility when it comes to passenger name change and flight cancellation. I like airBaltic. New fleet, 220s. Check it out. Don't forget to make a status match if you have a status with another airline. They are very, very helpful when they can get your business. So try them. If you have questions in regards of airBaltic, ask me. I'm happy to help. Lufthansa has a deal as well from Italy, starting at 2,900 euros to Sydney, to Adelaide, Cairns, Darwin, Melbourne, Brisbane, 3,400 euros. The price is for a return flight, and the starting points are from Italy in Milan or Rome. The routing is, of course, via Germany. 7 days before departure, you can book this. 6 days minimum, 12 months maximum in Australia. Stopover is possible in each direction. Every stop costs you 125 euros. Rebooking is possible. And of course, tickets are not refundable, but you can change the ticket against the fare difference. That is important. And I have always to laugh. Why? Because when you say that you can buy the ticket 7 days before departure, availabilities are starting in March 2023. So we'll see. Prices are always objective to change. Anything else I should say? Great deal. Check it out for business class. Fairbase is most likely a ticket in economy, in business P class, which gives you only 100%. And of course, if you want to look for the 1.5 factor you can get on the Lufthansa flights, doesn't work because it's too late. Thank you so much for watching Frequent Traveler TV Takeoff, today's episode. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for subscribing, for hitting the notification button, commenting and liking this video. See you tomorrow for Frequent Traveler TV Takeoff and the next episode for you, squeezed fresh every day. Thank you. Bye.